Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are safe, you are with someone you care about who also cares about you. Check out what's going on with the garden here at the front of the house. So many wonderful things coming in. We've just got so much, and I know that's the mint. I've got to control the mint. But other things are looking really, truly amazing. Everything along here is looking wonderful. I've got some weeding to do. The bulbs, the tulips and stuff are pretty much gone. I need to weed through here. But my irises, look, starting to get some flowers on my irises. And I'm going to show you my tulips because they are just amazing. Still from last week, they are still doing amazing. Walking this way, let me show you. I need to harvest my rhubarb. My wife doesn't like rhubarb. I don't eat as much of it as I would have liked. Check out my lilac. Doesn't it look amazing? It smells even more amazing. This is the first time, I think, we've had the lilac looking this good. It just smells divine. We actually nearly had a frost this week, so I had to put some extra soil over the top of the potatoes to protect them. This lilac, I'm now getting full-blown lilac. It just smells incredible. As you can see, the grass is nice and long now. I need to cut it this weekend. I didn't cut it last weekend. I've been cutting it every other week, but as you can see, the ground is getting kind of dry. Check out my apple trees though. The smell of these is just phenomenal. And here is my kind of my little apple tree with all of the different varieties. I think this year is going to be a good year. In terms of cherries, well, we have some development coming on. I never say that the cherries are actually going to produce because we end up very often with the cherries getting to a pretty large state and then they just fall off. Maybe this year is going to be different. It feels like everything is growing much differently this year. Like things seem to be growing a little bit further ahead. And despite that cold snap we had at the start of the week, generally things are doing great. I mean, look, there's a bumblebee. There's a bumblebee just doing bumblebee things. We have bumblebees. We have butterflies. One just literally flew into my hand as I said that. And then here, well, the potatoes, the volunteer potatoes, the ones from the previous years are doing okay. We also have some more parsnips coming up. Yes, I did put extra soil over everything last week because the weather was not going to be good. And I didn't want the potatoes especially to be hit by the cold. The parsnips would have been fine, but the potatoes, not so much. The same thing is true over here. So I put some more fresh soil, but you can see right here, if I just very gently investigate, there's a potato right there, look, coming up. So I'm just going to cover that back up. And then over on this side, the same thing. We've got some potatoes coming through there. Jobs are good. And I also planted my poppies at the front of the house just there, and I am excited to find out if they're actually going to grow or not. I've tried in the past, always mistimed it, never got everything in that I wanted, but I'm hopeful this time around, and things in the garden are suddenly starting to get a foothold and really starting to take off. I can still smell that lilac. It's just hitting me from the other side of the garden. Over at the chicken coop, everyone is happy. The strawberries are coming on. All of the plants that I seeded to provide shade to the chicken coop seem to be doing great. These are the sweet peas that are coming up. So they're doing amazingly well. Ashley is having a lovely time. Aren't you, Ashley? Yes. Are you happy? Strawberries doing great. We actually have flowers on the strawberries now. This plant and this plant have strawberry flowers. This one does. I didn't get to clear that out yet. I'm going to, I promise. These strawberries over here have flowers on, but look at the raspberries. They're really starting to take off now. So hopefully they will grow and do good things soon. Over here, if I don't walk into things that I shouldn't, we'll see that the fava beans, the broad beans, are really starting to pick up. Again, I put some fresh earth down because we had problems initially with people eating them. But they are now starting to gain speed and starting to grow, which is phenomenal. The radishes over here need to be thinned out slightly, but they are doing incredibly well. And through here, the spinach hasn't really caught on yet, but hopefully it will very shortly. The shallots and the garlic and the carrots, well, the carrots are just taking off. I mean, look at this. We're actually now starting to see proper carrot leaves coming up, which is wonderful. And I'm hoping that the onions is scaring away anything that would attack the carrots and vice versa. Although if I look in that corner there, it looks like some of my shallots have poked up a little bit or been poked up from underneath. But nevertheless, doing incredibly well. Over here, the onions are also coming up here. The carrots in this, there are carrots here. They are a long way behind the carrots over here, there, and that's fine. They're a different variety of carrots. They are going to take longer, and I purposely did that because I didn't want to have all of my carrots maturing at the same time. That makes sense, right? But anyway, I guess there's no way to avoid this any longer. Let's talk about my tale of ennui, which you probably saw in the thumbnail for this video. So as you know, I have a very large greenhouse. I have a 20 by 10 greenhouse. Still working on getting it ready for the season, but I have lots of great things growing. So if you look in here, for example, we have some more peppers, and those are sunflowers that are coming through and growing. Some of those are going to need to go in the ground soon. We have cucumbers down there. We have tomatoes there and tomatoes there. The tomatoes had to go back in here because, unfortunately, slugs are eating tomatoes this year. It's never happened to me before, but hey, c'est la vie. I've got some flowers in these ones, broccoli as well, and also some sprouts. Everything's doing great over there. Oh goodness, nearly fell over. It's going to be warm this weekend, and I think I'm going to have to take these guys out because otherwise they might overheat, but that is fine. As you can see here, pumpkins, cauliflower, zucchini, and over here sprouts. This was me falling on a rake of all things. So my dogs came in here earlier and I heard a thump and didn't know where the thump came from. Now I know. It was this that was here. I think they must have knocked it, and then of course I stood on it because it wasn't where I expected it to be. I'm an idiot, but that's fine. I'm an idiot who is safe. Yes, I am pretending that I don't need to tell you about my greenhouse. Okay, so I got sidetracked. I have a greenhouse. It's big. And to water all of the plants, especially when I'm often away at launches and drive events, I need some way of automating it. My wife, bless her, she doesn't mind having what I grow in here, but she's not really into coming in and watering stuff. So we have an automated watering system. You can see here, pipes, they go all the way back to the house. And if I open the greenhouse, you'll see that those pipes go back and they run up to the front of the house. And we have a split watering valve here, right? So the water comes in here, it splits one of three ways. This is for the hose that we have. Then we have... Hello. You really shouldn't be on me. Yes. And then, I think that was either a bee or a wasp or a hornet. We have an automatic watering system, right? So this valve goes across the way and goes into this waterer. which adds fertilizer, and then the pipe is under the soil. You can see it there. Same thing on this side. Now, on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, we had to go and film some shots for the vehicle we have on review right now. And I checked on the chickens. They needed their water refilling, which I do using the hose there. So I told the automatic watering system to turn on this water so that I could give them some water. And after I'd done the chicken feed, I was like, you know what, I should probably check that these work. So I twisted this valve and this valve to see that these were all working. What I didn't see was that there's a big old crack in the plastic housing of this that goes all the way down. And it's still got the liquid, or the granular fertilizer in it from last year, which is based on pig poo and chicken poo and other fertilizer sorts, which then proceeded to spray all over me while I was dressed for filming. And I am a super taster and I smell everything. I smelt really bad. So I had to dash into the house, tried scrubbing the smell off me, didn't work. Dashed in, stripped down to my underwear, had to put fresh clothes on, and then spent the next 10 minutes trying to scrub my hands because it was all over my hands. And then eventually I left rather late. And every time I got to a stop sign, I would rub alcohol gel all over my arms and my hands to try and stop the stink. It sort of worked. Anyway, embarrassing stories aside, if you have an irrigation system that you've had overwintered and it's just sat there and you're ready to use it again this year, maybe test it when you're not wearing nice clothes. And certainly do not test it just before you have to be somewhere for filming. I was late. My team laughed lots. So did I. So it all figured out in the end. But yeah, that's the tale from the garden this week. What's going on where you are? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you this time next week. Thanks for joining us today, and if you've got thoughts, make sure you leave them in our Discord chat room, on our Patreon page down below, or you can reach out to us using Mastodon or Blue Sky. Thanks to the amazing list of people scrolling by on your screen right now. They're part of the massive community of supporters who make this channel possible, helping us through Patreon and YouTube, covering our bills, paying our team, and ensuring we remain 100% independent. If you'd like to join them and see your name listed here, just follow the links below. We have options available across a wide range of different price points, starting from $1.50 US a month. A massive welcome to our newest supporters: Andrew Dijak, Alex Flinner, Mark Chopping, Squire, James Higgins Thomas, Crispy Noges, Charles Noun, B. Henke, DVDD, Maria van der Linden, Kay Firth, Scott Churchill, Nathan Okawa, Corporal Dwayne Hicks, T2 Roman, Michael Schaefer, Alon M, Peterson, Albert Beidou, Omar A. Kale, Robert Gee, and Nick. To join the list and get your shout out, become a paid Patreon member for your moment of fame, and now you can even gift membership to someone else. If you'd like to support us with a one-off donation, you'll find links below to make Ko-fi and Bitcoin donations, and we even have an old-fashioned PO box you can reach us at for the time being, address also linked below. You'll also find links to our swag store, and if you are someone who has to shop on Amazon, please consider using our affiliate link so we get the commission, not Jeff Bezos. So we can continue to focus on making our content even better and reduce creator burnout, we're doing a different set of release days this year and plan dropping new content every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday on our main channel, plus something special on Sunday over on TE Take 2. And if you want more, the mighty algorithm that hates us thinks you should be watching this video, but we think this one is well worth watching too. Be awesome, be kind, be intentional, and don't forget to resist. Keep evolving!